Good afternoon, Massachusetts. Yesterday was another day in the long tale of constitutional crime by the Trump administration. Flair, and remember your oath, two groups of protesters with many veterans among them, were forcibly removed from the grounds of Union Station in D.C. They had permits and were legally allowed to conduct this protest, but the National Park Service and the Park Police took saws to the tents and forcibly decamped them. These men and women have stood over Union Station, the Heritage Foundation, and within eyesight of the Capitol. They were there to remind the American people that America's veterans will uphold their oaths to the Constitution. This is the same message uttered by Senator Kelly and five other veteran Democrats a few weeks ago. When the National Guard was present at Union Station, they would play a speech by Mark Milley, attesting to the same virtues for which they stood, reminding those soldiers that they are loyal to a document, to an ideal, and to a set of principles, and not to a mere man. All of these individuals have been accused of treason by a man who could not accept the results of an election without violence. A government that attacks men and women of character, heroes proven through their service, their sacrifice, and their commitment to a higher set of universal principles that extend far beyond a mere left right distinction, is a government in retreat. This is all very frightening, but here is some context. A poll came out recently that had Trump down to 31% approval on the economy. We haven't seen this since Herbert Hoover in the Great Depression. He commits war crimes in the Gulf of Mexico and is threatening the nation of Venezuela. He posts AI videos of himself dumping feces out of the back of a jet onto crowds of protesters. He does all this because his administration is failing. He is trying to corruptly use his power to silence Americans who draw attention to that fact and to distract with chaos that he is creating on purpose. This is an attack on the protesters' free speech, and it is an attempt to silence, but it is also a sign of desperation. And we, the people, will not be silenced. Flair will be pursuing legal action. We will march in the streets with them, in Massachusetts and all across this great land. The pressure of an ocean of resistance has already been mustered and activated. There will be more crime and abuse as the pace of unjust and unconstitutional actions increase and the temptation to retreat into fear grows. Remember that each of these abuses is simply an attempt to hold on to a power that is already fading. We must outlast him, and outlast him we will. In America, there is no sovereign, but the people themselves.